Hello and welcome to my lecture. My name is Tim O'Neill and I am your graduate assistant for Nutrition 313. Today's topic is on supplemental nutrition programs and grocery store shopping on a student budget. Here is an outline of what we will cover in this lecture. First, what are supplemental nutrition programs? Next, examples of different such programs. Third, we'll cover the income and household requirements for these programs. Fourth, we will discuss shopping on a budget, including various tips and strategies to help you save money at the grocery store. And finally, we will go over the learning assignment which accompanies this lecture. You may already have a grasp of supplemental nutrition programs and may already be familiar with some of them. Or you may be completely new to the idea. Any starting point is fine. Supplemental nutrition programs are implemented by the U.S. government as a safety net to combat hunger and malnutrition which may accompany poverty or a low-income lifestyle. These nutrition programs are designed to assist families with their monthly grocery budget, and these various programs have different requirements for determining participant eligibility. Usually, this eligibility is determined by household gross income, that is, total monthly income before taxes and total household size. A couple notes here. Calculating gross income is fairly easy. For example, if there are two people in a household and person A receives $200 per month before taxes and person B receives $300 per month before taxes, then that two-person household has a gross income of $500. Now, household size is determined by the total number of people in that house fed by the family food budget, that is, parents, children, grandparents. However, this does not include house guests, tenants, or anyone who shops for their food separate from the family but still lives in the household. The first supplemental nutrition program we will discuss is SNAP or CalFresh. SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It is a federal program which is administered at the state level. So, CalFresh is the SNAP of California. You can think about this like how Medi-Cal is the California version of Medicaid. Participants in SNAP receive their monthly benefits in the form of an electronic benefits transfer card, that is EBT, and all purchases are deducted from the monthly dollar amount that has been given to that household. Here is an image of what a California EBT card looks like. It can be used just like a credit card at the checkout stand wherever they are accepted. You may be wondering, who is eligible for SNAP benefits? The answer is everyone who meets the income guidelines, which we will go over more on the next slide. This may include children, college students, parents, working people, and many more. Sometimes there are work requirements for accepting SNAP, which may be waived depending on the individual situation, such as the applicant's age and/or parental status. Usually, these work rules include either having a job or looking for one in order to receive SNAP or CalFresh for greater than a 36-month period. Even non-citizens may be eligible for SNAP if they have lived in the U.S. for more than 5 years, or they are already receiving a disability-type income, or if they are a minor under 18 years old. So, all this talk about help with food and groceries is great, but how much are we actually talking about? How much assistance can one receive per month? Well, this amount is called an allotment. Again, this amount is determined by household size, how many people are being fed by the household income. The more people means a greater allotment per month. The allotment amount is determined by the net income, because families are expected to spend approximately 30% of their total resources on grocery and food for the home. This amount is calculated by taking 30% of the qualifying net income, that is, the total income after taxes. This is because that is the actual amount of money that family would have to spend on groceries. This calculated 30% amount is how much a household will receive per month from SNAP. Now let's talk about income eligibility for SNAP. As you can see in the chart, the larger the household, the larger the gross income that is allowed to still qualify for assistance. This makes sense because if there are more people in your household, you would have to stretch your income further to meet everyone's needs. Thus, if you have a large family and you have a large income, you may still qualify for SNAP assistance. However, there is a resource limit of $2,250. This means if a household has cash, savings, bank accounts, or other liquid assets greater than the $2,250, they may not qualify for SNAP. Owning a home, land, a car, or other personal belongings do not count towards this resource limit. Only liquid resources are counted. Now let's discuss another nutrition supplement program. Its full name is the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children. It is commonly referred to as WIC. You may wonder, what is WIC? WIC is another federally funded nutrition program that is also administered at the state level. The mission of WIC, as you see here, is to safeguard the health of low-income women, infants, and children up to 5 years of age who are at nutrition risk. The goals of WIC are to improve pregnancy outcomes by optimizing maternal nutrition, by providing healthy foods during pregnancy, and to improve national breastfeeding rates by providing education, support, and resources for lactating mothers. And their final goal is to improve the overall nutrition and diet quality of infants and children from birth up to 5 years of age. Like SNAP and CalFresh, WIC offers monthly allotments of food to low-income families. However, there are slight differences in the eligibility requirements for WIC. How do you know if you qualify for WIC? Well, if someone receives Medi-Cal, SNAP, or CalFresh, TANF, that is, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, then they are automatically eligible to also receive WIC. But if an applicant does not receive Medi-Cal, they may still be income eligible for WIC. Who exactly does WIC serve? WIC, as its name implies, serves women of all ages who are pregnant, postpartum, and/or lactating. WIC also serves any newborns and children up to 5 years old. While WIC does not directly serve fathers and grandparents, these individuals may receive WIC benefits if they have an eligible infant or child in their care. The father or grandparent may then apply and receive WIC foods for that child. Since WIC is designed to increase healthy pregnancy outcomes, national breastfeeding rates, and overall child nutrition status, citizenship is not a factor in determining eligibility. Unlike SNAP, the WIC allotment is not a static amount. It varies and includes different package options depending on several factors like children's age, infant's age, and mother's lactation status. Since WIC does encourage breastfeeding, it offers incentives in the form of a larger food package for women who exclusively breastfeed up to a year postpartum. And for the children, developmentally appropriate food packages are offered depending on the child's age group. Pictured here is a California WIC check. As you can see, each check has food items that are bundled on it. The purchaser must be careful to select exact WIC-approved foods together, paying attention to the exact specifications of brands, weights, and amounts. This system is more regulated than the SNAP system regarding allowed foods. On the right-hand side is a California WIC ID folder. These are used to identify WIC participants who are enrolled in the program, and they are also used as identification at the grocery store to verify the participant signatures when they sign for their checks at the store. Although we focused on two of the major safety net supplemental nutrition programs, there does exist further additional food resources for people at different stages in their lifespan. For example, the National School Lunch and Breakfast programs serve school-aged children greater than 5 years old. Additional resources, such as community food banks and organizations like Why Hunger and Feeding America, exist to reduce poverty-related malnutrition for families. Finally, programs such as Meals on Wheels help reduce malnutrition in at-risk populations like homebound or disabled senior citizen individuals. We have covered many different community supplemental nutrition programs which help at-risk individuals get the foods they need. However, one of the best ways to maintain one's nutrition quality while shopping on a tight budget is to shop smart. This involves stretching your food dollars while still selecting healthy foods. This is not always a simple concept and does require a bit of foreplanning. However, there are many easy ways to save money on your grocery bill. Here are a few suggestions that may help. Buying in bulk amounts, clipping coupons for nearby grocery stores, keeping an eye on advertised food sales. Also, store or off brands are usually cheaper than name brands but still contain the same nutrients. Make a shopping list before you go, and sticking to it is another way to avoid impulse buys and save yourself money. Making your own meals is almost always cheaper than eating out. Try substituting out sweets and baked goods for much cheaper in-season fresh fruit. Try swapping out meat for less expensive plant proteins, including beans or peanut butter, a couple times a week. Please take a moment to brainstorm additional ways that you could save money at the grocery store. Now we will discuss the learning activity. For many households, their monthly SNAP or WIC allotment is the total amount that they have to spend on foods, and they must make this amount work to meet their needs. For this activity, please research one supplemental food program. It does not have to be one of those mentioned in this lecture. Please research the eligibility parameters for that program and the allotment for your hypothetical household size. How much money or food would you hypothetically receive per month? Divide that amount by 4 to determine how much you could buy in 1 week. Next, for 1 week, keep track of your grocery costs. Try to only buy the foods allocated and allowed by that program. Shop as if you were solely relying on the supplemental food program you choose. Consider the following questions. Are you able to adhere to what that program offers? Are you able to stay within your food budget? What adaptations did you have to make to meet these parameters? Finally, please write up your findings in a 2-page, double-spaced essay. Be sure to explain the program you chose. Describe the foods you could buy on that program. What did you learn from this exercise? How does it affect your view on the importance of these supplemental nutrition programs? We are nearing the end. Here is a summary of what we've discussed. Healthy foods are important. Sometimes they can be more expensive. Supplemental food programs do exist to help all people access nutritious foods and prevent malnutrition. College students and college-aged parents may qualify for some of the various nutrition programs. Remember, you can still eat well even on a budget. Thank you for watching. Happy grocery shopping.